I'm Ben Coates with Coates Homes. Welcome to my house. So at Coates Homes, we employ a team tactic. We have upper level management overlooking all of our teams and working with all of our clients. And then on every job, we have a superintendent and a project manager. And then we have interior designers and all of our vendors and architects in our team on every project. Your role as the project manager. Tell us a little bit more about what that role means to a client.
So in my role, I view myself as sort of like the communications hub. I am the main contact between the client and then Coates Homes, and then often also to all of our design teams as well. I do kind of all the business end of it. So I'll work on budgeting up front, and then actually and throughout the job, I'll work on buying out our contracts with our subcontractors and managing the schedule with our superintendent. It's my job to make sure that my superintendent in the field can show up every day and execute. His job is to stay in the field and call everybody and kind of be the boots on the ground. And I want to make sure I'm ahead of him and continually feeding him everything he's going to need to finish.
So a little education. Superintendent is the person on the field day in, day out, watching the subs and the vendors, making sure that they're performing to the plans. And the project managers on the business end, they're the quarterback. And that's where Coates Homes is unique, because most home builders don't have that dual team system. Most home builders are asking their superintendent, or they might call it a project manager, to do everything. And we've always said that that's one of our huge advantages, because I don't know how other home builders could have one person do all of those functions.
It's a lot of work and communication and coordination. And I also think that it's helpful to have two sets of eyes on everything, if not more eyes. But between my superintendent and myself, we can generally, catch issues sooner and kind of be a little more prepared and try to stay in front of things.
So in custom home building, you've got a decorator and you've got an interior designer, and typically on the project you don't have both. What is the difference?
So an interior designer has gone through designated schooling and taking tests and working underneath other interior designers as sort of like a fellowship program. So it's an official degree, and it's licensing that they keep up with. A decorator is someone that is just extremely talented in helping with interiors. They didn't necessarily go to school for this kind of work, but it might be just a natural gift that they have. They typically will come in and help pick out soft goods and things like that, while an interior designer is someone that uses their educational background to go a little bit deeper. They'll oftentimes do CAD elevations and drawings.
So CAD, to a lot of people might not mean anything, but it's a computer program that's helping draw spaces, draw furniture, draw cabinetry, draw rooms and elevations, so that we can go execute it as the builder.
And they can often do 3D renderings. They can do almost like virtual reality, where they can put clients in the room and they can see 360 what it's going to look like. And that is extremely helpful. A lot of people can't get the vision. They'll help from the design end in the very beginning with the architect. They'll help kind of work with your cabinetry. They've often helped with space planning, furniture planning, things like that. Whereas we would typically see a decorator come in towards the end of the job, and they might help with a few tweaks, but for the most part, they're just there to do the soft goods in the house and the furnishing.